Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The bold and the beautiful spoilers and updates tease that Hope Logan, Annika Noel, and Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor, might be heading towards a breakup rather than a fairy tale ending. Even though Carter is determined to make things right this time and fulfill his promise of being a good man, he could still end up losing hope. Deacon Sharp, scene canon, appears to be anxious about Hope potentially facing heartbreak, yet he is making an effort to honor his daughter's wishes. This is the reason Deacon recently had a conversation with Carter and effectively gave his blessing for the engagement. Naturally, Deacon stressed that Carter must not mess things up, but secrets have a way of coming out exactly when you don't want or expect them to, and Daphne might have a secret. Sadly, it looks like that's precisely what Carter is on track to do if Daphne Rose, Muriel Hilaire, returns to town. Fans of B&B know that Steffi Forrester, Jacqueline Messinswood, is eager for Daphne to come to Los Angeles to assist with the launch of her new fragrance. Despite Daphne's refusal of Steffi's request, it's possible she might reconsider her decision soon. There's no question that Hope and Carter have gained from Daphne's absence. However, if Daphne returns, it could spell trouble for Carter and Hope's wedding plans, particularly if she has been secretly involved with Carter. After Carter overheard Hope and mistakenly understood her connection with Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton, he found comfort in Daphne's company. It's conceivable that Carter and Daphne had an off-screen rendezvous before he got back together with Hope. If that's the situation, Daphne might return to LA with a scandalous secret that could disrupt Hope and Carter's latest journey together. Should Daphne be expecting a child, it would add another layer of tension. In any case, Hope will not be happy if Carter has been concealing this affair with Daphne from her. Although Carter and Hope were on a break at that moment, it won't justify his lack of honesty in her perspective. Ultimately, Daphne's return could halt the progress of Carter and Hope's wedding plans. Hope might decide to end the engagement, compelling Carter to face a future without her. The bold and the beautiful spoilers suggest that some surprising news about Daphne could result in Hope and Carter's eventual separation, so we will keep you informed about any upcoming romantic disasters. The world of the bold and the beautiful is about to be rocked with a scandal so salacious, so jaw-dropping, it threatens to implode the lives of several key characters. And at the center of it all is Hope Logan, a woman torn between trust and betrayal, truth and illusion. Buckle up, because once the Carter/Daphne truth explodes, there's no turning back. Hope's fairy tale shattered. For the last few weeks, Hope Logan had been on what she believed was the path to emotional redemption. After the devastating collapse of her marriage to Liam Spencer and the heartbreak that followed her brief entanglement with Thomas, Hope found solace in the arms of someone she believed was different. Kind, trustworthy, safe. And that man, none other than Carter Walton. The two kept things relatively private, at least at first. Carter's rock-solid reliability and Hope's calming presence created what many believed was a power couple in the making. Their chemistry simmered just beneath the surface, offering Hope the chance to heal without the constant drama she endured in past relationships. But as the bold and the beautiful fans know, nothing stays golden forever. Especially not in Los Angeles. Enter Daphne, the new intern with hidden agendas. Daphne Carrington, the Forrester Creations intern who seemingly appeared out of nowhere, had been working closely with Carter for several weeks. Young, ambitious, and disarmingly charming, Daphne became a permanent fixture in the legal office, handling contracts and facilitating fashion shows like a seasoned pro. But what no one knew, not even Hope, was that Daphne and Carter shared a past. Not just any past, but an affair that began long before Daphne's internship ever started. In fact, some sources claim that Daphne deliberately maneuvered her way into Forrester Creations because of Carter. Hope had noticed subtle tension between the two. A lingering glance here, an awkward silence there. But she chalked it up to office stress, until the truth came knocking like a thunderclap. The shocking revelation. It was Paris Buckingham who ultimately uncovered the devastating truth. During a late-night visit to Forrester Creations, Paris stumbled upon Daphne and Carter in a compromising position inside his office, locked in what was clearly a passionate embrace. Paris didn't waste time. She immediately informed Ridge, who in turn brought it to Brooke's attention. The information rippled through the Forrester corridors like wildfire, eventually making its way to the one person who never should have found out this way: Hope. Hope had been at home, planning a quiet dinner with Carter to celebrate what was supposed to be their engagement announcement. She'd even invited Brooke and Deacon, wanting to solidify Carter as a permanent fixture in her life. Instead, she got a knock at the door, and when she opened it, Ridge and Brooke stood there, grave-faced, with the truth dangling off their tongues like daggers. Hope's rage boils over. Hope didn't cry, not at first. She stood there, stoic, absorbing every painful detail about Carter's betrayal with a woman he had never disclosed to her, and who had been working under her nose all along. "You were sleeping with her while you were with me?" she asked Carter later that night, her voice low and full of restraint. Or did it ever stop? Carter, for once, was at a loss. He admitted that he had been romantically involved with Daphne before her internship began, but swore it had ended before he and Hope got serious. Unfortunately, Paris's report, and Daphne's own coy confession, told a different story. Daphne wasn't just a past fling. She was still very much a present problem. And worse, Carter had tried to cover it up. Hope dumps Carter, a public and painful split. Hope made a bold decision the next morning. She walked into Forrester Creations, straightened her shoulders, and made the breakup official, in front of the design team, Ridge, and yes, even Steffi. "I will not marry a man who lies to me," she announced, her voice echoing through the room. "I've been through too much to let myself fall for someone who can't be honest. Carter, whatever we had is done." The silence in the room was deafening. Even Steffi, who rarely passes up the chance to needle Hope, looked stunned. Ridge offered a sullen nod, clearly impressed by Hope's strength, while Brooke looked both furious and proud. Carter tried to speak up, but Hope cut him off with a raised hand. "You don't get to apologize now. You had every chance to come clean, and instead you let me walk into this engagement like a fool." Fell out. Daphne's web unravels. With Hope out of the picture, Carter now finds himself cornered. Daphne, believing Carter might finally choose her, becomes increasingly possessive, showing up at his loft uninvited, flaunting their former connection, and even suggesting that they make their relationship public. But Carter, filled with guilt and regret, wants nothing to do with her. "You were a mistake," he tells her. "One I should have never let back into my life." Unfortunately for Carter, Daphne isn't taking rejection lightly. In fact, spoilers tease that she's about to unleash another bombshell, one that could tie Carter to a bigger scandal involving legal documents and insider information she had access to during her internship. Could Carter lose his job? His reputation? Is Daphne planning a scorched earth campaign after being spurned? Sources say, yes. Liam swoops in, but with mixed motives. It wouldn't be the bold and the beautiful without Liam Spencer hovering somewhere nearby. Fresh off his own heartbreak and endless cycle of indecision, Liam sees Hope's breakup as an opportunity, and he doesn't waste time acting on it. Within days of Hope's very public split, Liam shows up at her door with flowers, takeout, and a self-deprecating smile. "I've heard what happened," he says gently. "I just wanted to be here, for you." Hope, raw from betrayal, lets him in, but she's cautious. "You don't get to waltz back in and play hero, Liam," she tells him. "You chose Steffi, remember that?" Liam insists his intentions are pure, but fans suspect otherwise. Is he truly trying to support Hope? Or is he once again caught between the two women who define his identity? Deacon and Brooke react, with fire and fury. Brooke Logan, a woman who has had her fair share of betrayals, doesn't mince words when it comes to Carter. "You hurt my daughter, and that makes you the enemy," she says, pulling no punches during a tense confrontation at Forrester. Deacon, surprisingly, is the one who tries to keep the peace. Hope's stronger than we give her credit for, he tells Brooke. Let her figure out what she wants without everyone pushing her. But that doesn't stop him from visiting Carter and delivering a quiet but potent warning. You break Hope's heart again, and I'll break your jaw. What's next for Hope? Hope Logan is entering a new phase of her journey, one defined by independence, clarity, and perhaps, for the first time, self-prioritization. Spoilers tease that Hope may throw herself into a brand new fashion line, one completely separate from the Hope for the Future brand. A solo venture, funded perhaps by Deacon or even Ridge, that allows her to forge a path, unshackled by the betrayals of the past. And who might she partner with creatively? Enter Zende Forrester, who has quietly admired Hope's vision and values for years. Their working relationship could turn personal, and it would certainly enrage both Steffi and Luna. Final shock, is Daphne pregnant? Just when things start to settle, The Bold and the Beautiful is preparing to throw in another twist, a possible pregnancy. In the final scenes of Friday's upcoming episode, Daphne is seen staring at a pregnancy test in the Forrester bathroom, her face pale, her eyes wide. Whether the baby is Carter's or someone else's remains unclear. But one thing is certain, this revelation is going to turn the already spiraling drama into a full-blown Category 5 soap storm. Closing thoughts. Hope Logan has been burned, but she's not broken. Carter's betrayal, Daphne's scheming, Liam's reappearance, all of it has propelled Hope into a place of powerful transformation. As new alliances form and old wounds reopen, Hope will be tested in ways she never expected. But in true Logan fashion, she'll rise. And the Bold and the Beautiful will never be the same again. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our Bolded and BAUTTFUL UPDAT YouTube channel for more update news.